Oh no! Keith Lee! Oh, a double team! Come on, PJ. Forrest, 1. Oh, PJ fell out. 2, 3 strikes. So I get up, PJ. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation. This is another episode of Tuesdays with TJ, episode 44, presented by Uneducated Sports Talk. Before we get started, please hit that like button if you're loving what you're seeing, and also subscribe to the NFL podcast and Uneducated Sports Talk is where you guys subscribe to our channel for more content like this from me and TJ and PJ, and of course the live commentary and play-by-play reaction, the best on social media. This is the NFL podcast. I got my man TJ Tracy is in the building, my host PJ, and of course myself, Carlos Clayton. TJ, what's good, my brother?
I am doing well, thank you very much. I Enjoyed the weekend. Is it good? It was, like I said, both you and I's birthday. I know you had a great time in New Orleans watching your Saints destroy the
Boy,
Panthers.
did I.
Oh,
Speaking of that, y'all, our poll question of the day was how did your team fare? Was it better than expected, worse than expected, or just about the same as you thought it would be? Yo, let us know. Hit that poll question. And, of course, let us know in the chat why you picked, who you picked, or what you picked, y'all. Of course, as a Saints fan, it went much better than expected.
oh,
I mean,
you didn't expect that?
I didn't expect 47 points. No, I expected a W, but I didn't expect 47 points. Good God Almighty. uh, yeah, so hit that like button, y'all, and subscribe to the hottest channel on YouTube, the biggest growing with the best fans or the best followers. You guys are awesome, man. Without you guys, none of this is possible. We got a great stream for you guys. We'll break down all of week one's action, and of course, we'll have our week two picks and predictions, you guys. So stay tuned for all of that. So let's get it. We will talk about the Chiefs in a second. Good God Almighty, Laura. She will talk about the Chiefs already, man. Yes. But before we get started again, represent your team. Rep your NFL team you got in the bottom right now. Rep your NFL team. Let us know who's your squad, man. And give us happy thoughts, bad thoughts, all right thoughts. We want to hear it all in the chat, you guys. So before we really get it, break it down, let's go ahead and shout out those in the chat right now. We've got Daniel, Barry Sports Highlight says, hey. Peter said, what's that, DBSH? We have Travis 303's in the building. Says on poll I voted about how I figured it would go. I mean, I figured Chiefs Ravens would be close. Figured the rookie QBs would struggle. Figured a surprising team or two would win. Isn't that how week one usually goes in the NFL? Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. And did we get some surprises? We'll break all it down and a lot more. I got Ben Moss says, how y'all doing, Lowe's and TJ? And of course, how is everyone else doing? Boy, I'm so glad football season is here. How about y'all? We are ecstatic, Ben. Welcome back to the channel, man. You guys are awesome, man. We got Dab Dave dabbing on him. It's in the business. And what up, Carlos and everyone? What's happening, Dab Dave? Good to see you. Got the beautiful Christian and Rougeau. Says, I'm a Saints girl all the way. Hope everyone have a great day. Hey, who that to you? Dad, this is my team. Won by a toe. He should have worn white cleats. TJ, he says EAGLES. Eagles, baby. Let's go. I got the Keep It Real Who That Sports podcast. My brother, of course, my sister, the awesome PJ. What is up, Dog 17 and Coach Rock? You guys are awesome, man. Go ahead and we'll go ahead and shout you guys out. Hit that subscribe button for the Keep It Real Who That Sports podcast. And, of course, the Come On In Sports Network. Please join the Come On In Sports Network for a bunch of sports talk, you guys, all across the board. Got some great guys, including myself and TJ a part of that. So, yeah, always good to see that going on. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. We are already at 15 likes just that fast. Let's go. You guys are freaking awesome,
good,
man.
Good.
So, let's keep it rocking and rolling. But before we do that, represent your team, you guys. I want to hear your squad is, and let us know, how did your team fare? How did they fare? Good, bad, or just downright ugly? And honestly, there's only about two teams we can say just downright ugly. But let's start with the good first. We got some good things we want to break down, y'all. Let's go with the good first. And when we talk about the good, we want to talk about that awesome game we had earlier to start the year, Thursday Night Football. The defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, defeated the Baltimore Ravens, the rematch of the AFC Championship from last year, and could be arguably the best two teams in the conference. But the Chiefs did win, scored 27-20 at the end. And the old cliche question, I hate asking this. It's not really a question this time. I'm gonna say, is this a good win for the Chiefs, TJ, or a bad loss for the Ravens? Let me know.
I think it's a bad loss for the Ravens. I feel like both teams were going at it. I think Dolph had a good breakdown on Coming Real Sports game breakdown. He had multiple opportunities for it not to come down to a toe. Like Lamar Jackson missed a way open Zay Flowers, and the throw before that he also missed. And it's one of those where you've got to take advantage of that situations, and you can't let it come down for that, because then that would hurt. That hurts. That loss now hurts even more. You can't walk away and, well, the good's here, the bad's there. it's just a lot more painful, and people are going to mention it a lot more. The Chiefs, hey, you've got something Xavier Worthy. Screw you, Bills. How can you give Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs? Like, oh,
Hey, that might be the saying of the year if they continue this. Screw you, Bills.
screw you, Bills.
Screw you, Bills. That might be the saying of the year. We have to start, putting that out there. Screw you, Bills.
Yeah, no, that is true, and just how the Chiefs are not going to say very much. Anyway, bit shocked that both tight ends on both teams didn't really do anything. I think Travis Kelce had like one catch, two catches. It wasn't much, but yeah, I think this is just more of a bad loss, sorry, for the Ravens, simply because it shouldn't have come down to the toe. It should have been ended like two throws before then.
Peter said, I better say it's a good win for the Chiefs. And she's not lying. In my opinion, I think it's a good win for the Chiefs. One, because they're on this three-peat journey. And boy, it could be so easy to just take your foot off the pedal and say, you know what, we won two in a row. What's the worst that can happen? Derrick Henry and the Ravens kind of, got ready for this game. But also the Chiefs, like, you bring in your new guy, Xavier Worthy, and he gets you not one but two touchdowns. And it's almost like we're not going anywhere. That win probably put the fear of God in the other 30 teams out there, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man, the Ravens, with that squad they got, with that defense they got, with Lamar Jackson, the reigning MVP, Derrick Henry is still a top 5 back in the game, you know, and they're still winning these games. And it wasn't even the Chiefs' best effort, in my opinion. It was kind of a ho-hum kind of game. It wasn't even Chiefs' best effort.
And that's really concerning.
That's terrifying. But also it shows you, once again, when was the last time a Chiefs defense has given up, 25 plus points, 27 plus points? It's been a while.
True.
So my thing is, like, that defense is staying where it's at, even with losing Snead last year. Their defense is still intact, right? And now their offense only got better, obviously. I'm like, good one for the Chiefs, man. The Ravens are still going to be in there, but the Chiefs are show we ain't going nowhere, y'all. So kick rocks. Kick rocks, man. We got Chick Love Sports. Says, hi, Carlos and PJ Smith and likes. Go Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go. Ali said Ravens got robbed big time. How did they get robbed, Ali?
They did not get robbed. I know people were upset about the constant illegal formation calls and all that kind of stuff, and the Chiefs tackle not being called enough. But like I said, Lamar Jackson had three opportunities.
Lamar had, and that's my biggest issue with Lamar. I'm not even being a hater when I say I think he won the MVP by default last year. That's not being a hater. That's just straight up facts, right? I think he won it by default because everyone else has had a kind of a ho-hum year. Like me, you agree it should have been Christian McCaffrey, but he won by default. But still, he said robbed by a toe. You're robbed by a toe. You're right about that. Did you see the thumbnail yet, TJ?
The thumbnail, what for?
For the stream, did you see the thumbnail?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, great.
Yeah, cool. So, anyways, but yeah, my thing is, it's just if there's no way the Chiefs now, they showed me right then and there they're ready for this entire year, and they are really on board for this three-peat. That's why I picked them to win it. I think they're going to get it, but I mean, obviously it's a long season, but great start for the Chiefs. But look, still a bad loss for the Ravens, but it wasn't the worst loss. They're still going to dominate for the year. It's just about the playoff stuff, the antics, right? And Lamar Jackson, we said, those poor throws, but that's been his story. That's been his story for his career. Can you make the big play at the biggest moment when we really, really need you at the quarterback position? And he doesn't make nearly as much as he misses in those positions. But he's still obviously a great quarterback.
So. He's a great quarterback, yeah. Not denying that.
So shout out to the Chiefs, man. Let's stay with our good right now. Great game, Sunday Night Football, Rams versus Lions. It was awesome to watch that game. Obviously, you guys, I was in New Orleans, so I didn't watch the games live, but I went home and I watched all the games, pretty much the highlights of it, man. So watching this game, Lions defeat the Rams in overtime. I got a two-part question. Can this be a rivalry first, right? Rams, Lions, I know they're not in the same division, but we see them now back to back and both great games. Could this be some kind of rivalry?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah,
It just
yeah.
seems like, yeah, it just seems like both teams won their trade. I think it's the rare occurrence where there was a bit like, I know Jared Goff was a bit annoyed he got traded to the Lions, but he's found a home, and the Lions are happy of what they got out of the compensation they got. They've got potentially a franchise QB from it, and obviously a lot of great players. And obviously the Rams, they got their ring. Like, they got the ring, so everyone was happy with the trade, and it feels like every time they go against each other, I wouldn't say it's like rivalry as Falcons versus Saints or
Right,
Eagles
right,
versus
right.
Cowboys. You know, it's more, let's see how good we are now. You know what I mean? And whoever wins, it's like, you've got this one, wait till you next time. I wouldn't say there's any malice or hate between them. I think it's more of a fun competition more than a rivalry. But I didn't see the end. I saw it go to overtime, and then annoyingly, I fell asleep. It was 5 in the morning.
Oh, well, yeah,
But
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
it
right.
was 5 in the morning. How did the Lions win? Was
So,
it
so I was gonna break that down. Boy,
yeah,
oh boy, oh boy, how did they win was called their O line. Straight up dominated in overtime. They got the first possession and did not look back. It was basically run centric with Montgomery.
nice?
And you know
Yes.
the Rams are going to sorely miss Donald, right? They're going to miss him because what we saw, Aaron Donald may not have let that happen. What we saw Sunday night, basically was give the ball to 5 and let him run up the gut. And they went on
Mhm.
this magnificent run in that overtime period, and they did not look back. I loved it. The only reason why I asked about a rivalry because of the names, because of the trade and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
had that could be an impact. But I agree with you. It's not a rivalry unless you
No.
play twice a year. Then it is a rivalry. I don't think
It might be.
unless you're Colts, unless it's Colts versus Patriots.
He's,
Manning
yeah.
versus Brady. But they met like every damn year for like 9 years in
It's
a row. So
it's like saying, is Houston versus Cleveland a rivalry? Because they've
yeah,
gone against each other quite a lot. Is there a rivalry there?
nah,
I don't think so. No, I think Houston's like, thank you, Cleveland.
yeah, for real.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, you're right. You're
their
right.
hands.
That's a good one right there. But yeah, but the Lions dominated, man, in that overtime period. But both it was an entertaining game though. Both teams, it felt very much like the playoffs. It felt
Yeah.
very much like a playoff game, a playoff atmosphere once again. And Detroit has something cooking. I, I,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I love this team. I love both teams. I said it earlier in our last week's podcast. I like the Rams and the Lions to make the playoffs, and they could meet again, and I would pay money to see that. Not BSing.
The It does suck that I think like most of the Rams O line got hurt, and obviously Puka Pokemon got injured
I
is now on
know, Puka Puka,
IR,
man. God dog it.
which sucks. But
That's
hopefully speedy recovery.
yeah. So I,
Yeah.
I I do like that though. Let's get it on with the now. I tell you what though, if they find themselves continuously playing against each other for the
Yes.
next 2 or 3 years, we can kind of say some kind of rivalry. But until then, yeah, I'll keep a mouth shut about that. All right. Let's go on to Cleveland now, where the Dallas Cowboys. First of all, what a fairy tale day for Dak Prescott. Not only did he get paid right before the game, 4
Ooh.
years, $240 million, become the highest paid quarterback from a year-to-year basis, $60 million
He
per
got his
year.
60 million.
And he took out his love on the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, he did.
Let's break down this game. This was a marquee game. Cleveland Browns. I want to talk about the good first. That's about Dak Prescott, right? And what he meant to that team. Him and Lamb, you felt like Lamb could be in some trouble because he just didn't play enough. But it felt
Hmm.
like it was, they're good. They're good. And I was
Yeah,
wrong about
that's
this
fine.
game. I had the Browns winning, and I thought the Browns would kind of like dominate via the run game and defense, and none of those things happened. So, how do you feel about this Cowboys Browns game?
It was. I think we said it last night. We know the Cowboys are going to be good. I wasn't expecting the deal to be done, and that the 240 over 4 years, wasn't it? Like 231 fully guaranteed. Like,
Right.
oh, he got paid. Good luck signing Micah Parsons, Cowboys. 'Cause um, but yeah, I think we said we know the Cowboys are going to be good. The connections are always there. It was interesting to see how their defense held up without Dan Quinn. They did fine. I think they lost their tight end in their game. Is it Ferguson got
Ferguson,
injured?
yeah, unfortunately, I got him in my fantasy, yeah.
I don't know if it's a serious injury. I haven't seen anything about it since. Hopefully, it's not major.
Yeah, I still have Taysom Hill, though. I'm good with Taysom Hill.
Really? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
he'll break off one of these days and just go crazy.
Taysom Hill's listed as a tight end in your fantasy?
Yeah, on all fantasies, it's his tight end.
Oh, really? I'd never noticed it.
He's a tight end, man. At first, a couple years ago, he was a quarterback, but he kept running the ball
Yeah.
and kept, doing other things. They're like, you know what, we got to put him somewhere other than quarterback. So I guess all the fantasy minds got together and say, hey, let's just put him at tight end. So they said, okay, cool. So he's a tight end now. So I'm very happy about that. I've had he's been my tight for like 3 years in a row now.
Taysom Hill's a tight end of mine as well.
You just weren't looking because you didn't care about Taysom Hill like I care about Taysom Hill. Oh man. Don't take this the wrong way. If I were into dudes, which I'm not, but if I were into dudes, I want to be with Taysom Hill.
Oh, really?
He's dreamy.
He floats your boat.
He would float my boat, baby. he would float my boat. Yeah, that does not sound right, but yeah. He's gonna float your what? Anyways, but yeah. Now let's go with the bad for a second. Now the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
My man. I feel bad for Deshaun Watson. This is my first year kind of off the bandwagon. Not gonna lie, my first year off the bandwagon for Deshaun Watson. I've kind of seen enough, and I'm like, this is his make or break year. It's just unfortunate ACL injury. Everything that's going against him with the the charges going against him. And there's even more stuff now coming out about another date. I'm like, yo, okay, God, dog, we're just stop it. He been suspended for a whole year. He learned his lesson, whatever. Man, leave the man alone. Let him just concentrate on football, please.
Another allocations come out.
Yeah, so it just feels weird, man. It feels weird that he's going through that. But still, nonetheless, though, when you're on that football field, all that's out the window. He looked terrible.
Yeah,
and
he did.
He looked scared. And he looked like he didn't want to be there. He could care less, and maybe he got his money and say, you know what? At the end of the day, what are you gonna do, Cleveland? Kick me out?
Yeah.
I got all the money, And
he's got 2 more years with them.
Yeah.
2 more years getting full contract.
Now,
technically 2027 is a void year, so it is technically next year is his last year. No, it's not. What year are we? Are we 2024?
This is 2024. Yeah.
Got 2 more years of the team.
Yeah. So I'm like, now I'm not gonna go too hard on him because it is game 1. Dallas has a great defense. The Browns just didn't show up week 1, but he's got a couple more weeks to change this projection. If not, man, Brown fans are already pissed off because they didn't get their money's worth. Now they're gonna be really ticked off if he cannot provide any type of spark for this team.
No, that's fair. It really is. They put up a lot of compensation to get him with the couple first round picks.
Yeah.
And obviously you've seen Houston thrive off using those picks, and then it's just the money. It's like they are stuck with this guy. You can't trade him, you can't cut him. Like his cap hit next year is $72 million, and the same as the year after.
That's crazy, bro.
It is one of those. It's like you don't want. He's unfortunately not the Deshaun Watson we knew from Houston.
And
it's crazy.
You're right. I mean, I think the torn ACL, whatever he tore back in the day, and he got hurt, and the shoulder injury, all that's
Yeah.
it took away time from really learning, not learning to play, but being out there with your guys to know these people, man. Now, like I said, I get a bit of a doubt for a couple more weeks, man, but he has got to show up and show out because eventually they're going to turn not only on him but on the franchise as well, because we've had so much expectation, right? And like you can't have Joe Flacco coming in for you and dominate the way he did or play well to bring him to the
What
playoffs, and then to have him go and then you come back and you just have this laughable game week one.
what also must hurt for Browns fans? Obviously, Houston doing well, but they had Baker Mayfield on their roster. He was still under a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract, and he played well. He really did play well,
Yes.
and they got rid of him for Sean Watson. And then you've got like, yeah, okay, Baker Mayfield had two rocky seasons when he was with the. It was only with the. It was one rocky season when he was with Panthers and the Rams,
Hmm.
and then he's had two good year. Well, a good year with Buccaneers where he got paid, and then they cooked last week. Like seeing your a quarterback you had the pickings of, like who you tossed aside, do so well must even hurt.
Right.
So yeah, it's just it's one of those just constantly looking back. Hopefully, he gets it better. I know I don't think Nick Chubb played in this game. I think that he's still recovering.
Yeah, Nick Chubb won't be back
Um,
till at least week five.
at least week
Yeah,
five,
he's
and
on
obviously,
the PUP list right now, which you mean you missed the first four games.
yeah,
So we'll see, but
which makes
I
sense.
think it would be further than week five. I think he probably like a week seven, week eight
It
kind of thing.
it was a nasty injury.
It was very nasty, yeah. So I don't know, but they still have a great O line to where they can kind of plug and play any kind of running back to do well, in my opinion. So we'll
Yeah.
see about that. All right, that's enough with the good stuff, you guys. Let's go with our bad now, and the bad is gonna get not ugly, but it's still going to be bad. And our first bad topic. Let's talk about our rookies. Right, we are major
Rookies.
rookies. Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels. They
Ooh.
all sort of struggle in their first start of their careers. Um, Now it's funny because the person I believe that struggled the most was the only one that got a win,
Yeah,
and that is
yeah,
Caleb Williams and Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. I think Daniels had the best overall game because of his ability to run and no turnovers. I believe he had no turnovers, if I remember right. Um, But yeah,
yeah. I don't think he did.
how do you feel about these their first stars, man? Break it all down.
Yeah, like Jaden Daniels, he showed like he was taking advantage of his legs, and obviously was throwing the ball really well. I was throwing the ball okay, shall I say? And like if you watch the game, obviously they did lose, but if you had hope for Jalen Daniels.
Hmm.
When it comes to the Bears, they obviously they won the game, and I think it's like he's the first number one overall pick QB to win their first game
And
since like
like
2012,
something like that, it was a crazy number. I was like, "Yo, it's been that."
2022,
It was. I think.
22, sorry,
No, it was.
2002.
It was longer than that, man. It was like somehow I didn't. I couldn't believe the answer when I heard it yesterday.
Where was it? Let's have a look. I'll
But
do it
but
quickly. But
go ahead.
it was not single. No touchdowns were scored offensively, were they? It
It was
was
all
all
defense.
defensive and
I mean,
special.
the defense took over, and guess what? I had the Bears defense in fantasy, baby. Hey,
Oh,
it
lovely.
it went from like, damn, okay, this ain't looking good, to I turn around, 43 points. What happened? Oh yeah, we just had a pick six, a punt return for a block punt for a touchdown, a pick six. I was like, good God Almighty, couple sacks, fumble recoveries. I was loving it, man. Let's go, let's go. So yeah, he got the dub though. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you care about is the win for now. Bo Nix had an okay game, but he did have a couple of and my concerns for Bo Nix is what I've seen when it was time for Bo Nix to throw the deep ball or throw more than an intermediate route. He just doesn't have the touch.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
he's never had that touch. So every time, it was only a few times he had to like really put the ball in tight windows, deep, like 15 yards in the air or something like that. It was not pretty. But we saw
Yeah,
a lot of the dinks and dunks in college, the 5 yard passes, 10 yard passes, and he's very accurate. That's why he had 70% in college. But as far as the best one I saw was Jaden Daniels. His ability to
yeah,
run,
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
gonna give him a whole new element. His ability to run. I love what I saw against the Buccaneers, and albeit they got their ass kind of handed to, but he looked like the best so far, and we'll see though. But
So
it's just week one.
I've got the answer for our question we had earlier.
Okay,
Uh, if I give you the year, do you think you can guess the player? Because it was taken number one overall.
pro
So,
Lord, give me the year.
so it's been 22 years since the number one overall draft pick has won their first game, meaning it was 2002. Who was the number one pick in 2002?
Oh my God, is it Couch?
No.
Oh, I
This
thought it was
was,
Couch. God dog
this
it.
was an expansion draft.
Oh, that's easy. It's David Carr
David
against
Carr.
the Cowboys. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Duh, Carlos. So you say expansion the Texans, yeah. I should have known about
Yeah.
that. God dog it. Yeah, you're right. 2002 was David Carr. Uh,
David, yeah.
hey, but shout out to the rookies though, man. They'll all get better, hopefully. I tell you what, from what I've seen, none of them are going to have what I believe is a Bryce Young effect. I saw early and often I was like, Bryce Young is just not that dude, man.
Yeah.
I even called it in the draft. I said the dude's a fourth round pick. He's a fifth round pick, whatever. You know,
No one's going to have a Daniel Jones like season. No one's going to
I ain't gonna say
have.
all that now. I mean, they might have a Daniel Jones like a season, but Bryce Young had a horrible year last year as the number one overall pick. I don't
Oh,
see
it's
that happening for
bad.
one of these guys at all. All right, but shout out to the rookies though, man. They'll only get better though. They'll only get better, hopefully. All right, let's go to Monday Night Football.
Ooh.
Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets struggled against
Yeah.
the 49ers in that ball game. Jets lose to them. How can the Jets salvage their season right now? There was a lot of bad, but what was the worst thing you saw from this game for the Jets?
Worst, the worst thing I saw from this game was the Jets' run defense.
Exactly.
Like they
Exactly.
were so like, we're good against the run. We're good against the run. Are you? This wasn't CMC. Like, and he just ran over you. Also, I know this is 3 hours ago and it's ML football, who's obviously a bit of a rumor. Apparently, the 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey has Achilles tendonitis, according to their head coach.
Ugh.
General Achilles tendonitis can take few months to fully heal. We don't know the severity of
I mean,
CMC's case.
damn,
So
when did he get that injury?
I
In
don't know.
training camp?
So all those people who took CMC as the number one pick, me, has just about to jump out a window. So the window right there. I might
Yo,
just
so in my fantasy, the top four players from the previous year, we get to pick our own draft spots, right?
yeah.
The champion picks his draft spot. He chose 12. He won it in 12 last year out of 12 people. It was crazy, right? And then number two, he chose number two. And I was third, so I chose fifth. It was funny because no one chose one. The fourth place guy chose 11. So during our draft lottery, the first overall pick was available, and the dude that picked was like, "Y'all are really gonna make me go number one." Cause I'm forced to pick McCaffrey, but he said it. He said I feel like this is not gonna go well for me, and sure enough, about 30 minutes before the game, he was like, "Yo, what the bleep?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna personally drive to San Francisco so I can beat him up and permanently have him on IR for the rest of the year." He was so mad. But we all like had that feeling. I'm like, I don't want the number one overall pick. I just don't like that in general in my fantasy drafts, anyways. But still, you're right though. You hit it right on the hammer, man, on the nail. That run defense was horrendous, and that scared me for my projection of this season. I get it. The Niners bolster a great run attack with Kyle Shanahan. and that zone running offense. I get it, right? They've been dominating and they can plug and play. I've seen plenty of running backs now in the system do very well. So I wasn't surprised at Jordan Mason, getting over 100 yards and a touchdown and looking good. I wasn't surprised about that. I was surprised about the team he did it against, the Jets.
Yes.
That's my issue. Like you said, you want to talk about we had this great defense, and I even believe that I'm saying Super Bowl defense.
Hmm.
That means it's a Super Bowl defense. That means we can count on you any given freaking day. Any day. Guess what? That ain't like no Super Bowl defense to me. That looked like a
It was
team
awful.
that once they got their ass whooped that first quarter, they're like, yo, we in for a long freaking day. We're in for a long day, and sure enough, they were in for a long day. Almost 180 yards rushing against them, man. And of course, on top of that, Brock Purdy, the evolution of him as the quarterback. I love it. I love it. I think Brock Purdy's gonna have a monster year this year, and that's why I had the Niners having a monster year.
And another thing, I was a bit concerned about the Jets. Obviously, was the run defense. I was looking at it and just like, this is terrible. But you've got Garrett Wilson, you've got Sauce Gardner and all that. But no, Garrett Wilson, it's all these weapons and all that Bryce Hall. And yet Alan Lazard was your number one receiver. I know he's an old favorite of Rodgers, but he was benched last year. Like, you can't have him be your number one wide receiver or weapon in a game like this. And God, it was just.
I mean, I'll give him credit, man.
Oh,
It was in San Francisco. It was going to be already a tough game as it is. That's why I'm not really too harsh on the offense because they'll just get better against a lot of the competition. But what worries me is the freaking the defense. That was their calling
yeah, that's true.
card. That's your calling card. That's supposed to stay intact. And then the offense, and it's a clear upgrade. Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. It was a clear upgrade. Like I
Yeah.
had no doubt. That's after watching their offense, which they didn't really struggle, right? They just went up against a really good defense, but you can clearly see that Aaron Rodgers is an upgrade above Zach Wilson or whatever New York had before that. So I like that part. But the defense, they got to come on with it, man. They got too many good players. And it wasn't the corners. It was the linebackers, the safeties, and of course that D-line couldn't get no push.
I
That was
know,
it.
obviously they lost Bryce Huff and they should have got Hassan Reddick, and that whole situation is disastrous.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's willing just to burn all of his money not to play Jets because he gets it's
He
like
just
$80,000.
he don't give a damn, man. He must got a friend that gambles and makes a lot of money to help him out or something. I don't know, bro. That's a lot of money to give up.
Yeah,
And now they say
ridiculous amount of money.
800,000 per game now.
Is it 800? So he's losing essentially $1 million a
Dollars per
game.
game, which is crazy. Oh, hey man, just give me the money. I'll go ahead and take care of it, man. I'll put it in charity. I'll donate some of it, man. Not all of it. I'll donate some though. All right, man.
How much do you reckon he's made his entire career, and how much do you reckon he must burn?
That's gonna take too much time for me to try and figure that out.
Let's have a look.
I'm
So,
definitely not worried about that.
contracts. I know it has. Ultimately, I know it has his career earnings at this point. So bear with me for 2 seconds whilst I look that up.
Yes, sir. After that, we get to everyone's favorite topic, the downright ugly.
He's got 51 million he's earned in his career so far. So he's losing a million. So he's losing about he'll lose what?
He's gonna lose.
20 million of
Yeah,
that?
he gonna lose. Yeah, about that, about 19 million, including training camp. That dude is wild, man. But not as wild as the New York freaking Giants, y'all. The downright ugly. Look, we knew the Panthers were gonna be ass anyways this year. Weren't too worried about the Panthers, but the New York Giants. Oh, good freaking grief! This Giants collapse. And yes, you see my topic says Giants look like ass. Vikings dominate 28-6. Unfortunately, TJ, me and you both picked the Giants to win this game. No, 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 no. I lied. I lied.
No,
I
no,
picked
no.
them. You picked the Vikings. I picked
I
them.
picked the
You
Vikings.
picked the
Yeah.
Vikings. I picked the Giants, unfortunately, to win this game. And you were teetering, but of course, it's both trash teams. We think,
Yeah.
right? Boy, the Giants, they look like, first of all, those ugly ass jerseys. What are they thinking with that crap? Second of all,
Yeah.
that ugly ass field, the logo, I saw on Twitter, it says that logo is a picture of Daniel Jones throwing an interception. I
do
about
you
died
want to
laughing on that one.
do you want to hear an interesting fact about Daniel Jones?
Yes, I do.
Ever since he penned his name to that contract, he has thrown more touchdowns to the opposing team than he has his own.
Stop playing.
No, he's thrown more pick sixes than he's thrown touchdowns ever since he's penned his new contract.
Jeez, man, what kind of crap? But yo, it's bad out there in Big Blue right now. It's bad in New York City, bro. It is bad. Look, they already came in with no running game. If
Yep.
Devin Singletary is your back, yeah, stop that. No, you done, right? And shame on them for really putting Daniel Jones above Saquon Barkley. It reminds me of when the Titans put Ryan Tannehill above Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Where's Tannehill?
Or
Probably coaching a high school team.
Yeah, and Traylon Burks over AJ Brown.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Well, that's why that GM got fired a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
As soon as Brown put up like 100 something on him and scored a touchdown and had a great game, they fired that man on the spot. That's hilarious, by the way.
It was
That is
bad.
hilarious, by the way.
It was so. Sam Donald had finally had a good game in MetLife.
Had a great game. Had a great game. Hey, shout out to Sam Donald, man. Like, he started the game with 11 for 11. I mean, he was on fire. But I mean, the Giants. But I was sold. The Giants' defense what really sold me to win this game. I like their front four is pretty damn good with Dexter Lawrence, and you got Burns from Carolina. You figure, oh, they'll come in there and just put it on Sam Donald. Nah, man, the Giants are ass, bro. This is gonna be a long year, and that was one of the games I was like kind of confident they could win. It wasn't few, it wasn't many at all. I thought, well, this will be a game they can win. She, boy, Giants fan about to have a hernia, all kind of stuff, boy. It's only downhill from here.
It was bad. That quick was it like the quickest pick six of all time.
It was ugly. It was ugly. It was ugly. Quick question, TJ. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you want to do your Eagles talk now, or do you have plans for Come On In Sports Network?
No. I'm happy to do both.
Let's go. All right. I didn't want you to spoil nothing. All right, y'all. Well, let's salute to TJ's Eagles. Let's break down those Philadelphia Eagles. All right, TJ. How about those Eagles in that big win against the Packers, man? Break it down for us.
Right, so I hope you guys have got a good 4 hours. Let's do this.
We need it done in 5 minutes, TJ.
That was a game, wasn't it? It
was great. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Peacock want to really show up and show off, right? What they got. They're like, yo, if I get games like that on Peacock, it might make a brother get Peacock. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not though, but you know, it had my interest.
I won't know. That obviously was first game in Las Vegas, and whoever at Las Vegas. Sorry, I was typing in Las Vegas on the thing.
I'm about to say, no, it wasn't in Las Vegas. It was out the country.
Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the first game in Brazil, and whoever runs that Brazil field, it wasn't good. I admit that wasn't a. Oh my gosh, it wasn't a good field at all. We were slipping and sliding. I was getting flashbacks from Super Bowl 57. Not gonna lie. And you messaged me like, "Good luck." I said, "Thank you very much." And then within the first 2 offensive plays of the Eagles, I text you back saying pain because Jalen Hurts threw a pick, which sucked. He floated it out to Devontae. It was just bad. And obviously a fumble snap led to a turnover, which understandable. New center, they're going to get that.
Mhm.
Fortunately, during those two possessions, turnovers, our defense stiffened and prevented touchdowns. Got field goals instead, which is
Mhm.
good. Jordan Love seems to be doing pretty good. Is it Jalen Reed, their wide receiver?
Went
He
off.
tore us up.
Went
He
off.
went off. But after those little mistakes, our offense started to roll. Saquon Barkley, thank you, Giants, for being idiots. He is amazing. He is everything we wanted. Bloody
he,
fantastic wheel route into the end zone for a brilliant catch. Oh.
he looked good. He looked good. He looked good. I ain't gonna lie. He looked good. He looked
um,
good.
Yeah, he looked really good. His running was hard, good. He had 109 yards on the ground, 39 receiving. He's everything advertised. It's brilliant. Obviously, his first play wasn't the best. He threw in the ball and he slipped straight away on that terrible field.
Yeah, yeah. Feel bad.
Um, our offense obviously got right. There was a bad pick again late in the end zone by Hurts. If you look, Brown calls for the ball, and the moment Hurts throws the ball, he sees is it Alexander? Their CB Jamal Alexander
Mhm.
come to instead. Brown slips. He slips, so he couldn't get the ball in time. Still, you don't want to do that. You just throw the ball away, take 3 points, make an 8 point lead. Add a bit more pressure. Um, but you can't really excuse it. It felt, even though there was mistakes, they still put up 31 points.
Yes.
Um,
34 points.
34 points. We were constantly switching the lead and all that kind of stuff. I didn't walk away from this game like I did during last season, where I came in and said I've lost 5 years of my life. This game I enjoyed, and it felt like we still had control even though we were losing. Our defense, we did get gashed. I openly admit that. They did go after Avante Maddox quite a lot, which unfortunately he seems to have he was struggling a bit. And obviously our pass rush wasn't there. They were just slipping all over the place. But
Right.
new O-line, it held up well. Jalen Hurts' decision making hopefully will improve, but you can see the rust for not playing in the preseason. On a better field, hopefully, but obviously, we can't talk about this game without talking about the Jordan Love injury. Man,
Very unfortunate.
that's
That
terrifying.
sucks, man.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain laying on that field, and obviously we didn't know anything about it. They had to fly 13 hours, I think, back to Green Bay.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was 10 hours to Philadelphia, and obviously Green Bay's further, and it's revealed to just have an NLC sprain.
Yeah.
Is it MCL? A sprain, which is fantastic. It's not fantastic, but it's the best news what it
Well,
could
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah, because it's not season injury ending at all.
No,
It's not more than a month, right? So
yeah,
I
it's
think,
about
yeah,
3 to 4 weeks.
yeah, they said about by the timetable. So very unfortunate, but I hope that's not a trend.
No,
Because we don't want to see any of our starting quarterbacks be gone for a big length of the year, man. Because we had too much of that last year. I'm over it.
indeed,
I'm
indeed.
over it. That
But at the end of it, like I said, coming out of that game, there's been a bit of hope, a bit concerned. Some areas like defense getting a bit torched slightly, but we managed to hold when we needed to.
yeah.
Obviously, the decision making of Hurts. Again, fingers crossed that gets better. But we have a nice little gap now until we play Monday night against the Falcons. Nick Foles' retirement game. Jason Kelsey returns home to obviously for his Monday night
Oh yeah. Yeah.
for
That'd be dope.
broadcasting.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun game. It's going to be. I think this is when you really start because we know the field's going to be good. We need to check the pass rush because Bryce Huff didn't have any pressures, didn't have anything. But if you look, he's slipping all over the place. And I know he only played like 41% of the snaps, which is a bit concerning for someone you're paying for like $19 million a year. Um, but yeah, not fun. A fun game to watch. Obviously, you just got the concern there with the Hurts decision making, and obviously we should have. If Isaiah Rogers is healthy, it should be Slay, Isaiah Rogers on the outside, and Q, who was brilliant. I loved Q. Should go in a slot, get Maddox out of there. And and we stayed relatively healthy, which is even better. But yeah, so that's going to be about my Eagles talk. Just a quick rundown of my game. Positive vibes compared to last year, where I honestly think I have more grey hairs because of last year.
I hear you, brother. All right, yeah, that was TJ's Eagles talk. Fly, Eagles fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory.
And like you said, the Eagles do play the Falcons on Monday Night Football. All
Mm-hmm.
right, what is now? Let's get to our what the fudge cake moment
What
for
I've
Week
spoken
One.
for a bit. So, what is your what the fuck moment? We'll go with you first.
Oh, hold on, Jesus! I don't know why I never think about this till it is time to go around. Hold on. You said you didn't have one yet. You trying to think about one?
I do have
Oh,
one.
go ahead with yours then.
You
Yeah,
sure?
yeah, I'm
Mine
positive.
was going to be the Giants, but then that was a whole topic, so
Right,
I
that was too
pivoted.
easy. Yeah.
Mine was. I know we said that the Chargers Vegas games was going to be a ground and pound game. Do you know who the leading rusher was and what his stat was for the whole game? Both teams who led the team in yards, receiving yards in the
Ooh,
game.
what was it? J.K. Dobbins, huh?
No,
It wasn't Dobbins.
no. So I don't. J.K. Dobbins was rushing. He had the most rushing yards. Receiving yards. Jacoby Myers has the most
You said
receiving.
receiving yards. I thought you said rushing
Yeah,
yards. I'm sorry.
receiving yards. No, sorry, receiving yards. Yeah, Jacoby Myers had the most receiving yards out of both teams for 3 catches and 61 yards. That's it. McCockney on the
Yep,
Chargers
yep.
had 5 catches for 39 yards. So when we said that it's going to be a ground and pound game, I didn't think it was going to be that much.
Yeah, you're right about that. No, and Jim Harbaugh is going to bring that kind of team, that mentality to this team every single day, in my opinion. Every game they're going to play, he's going to make it hard fought because he knows in his back pocket he does have Herbert, who is, a really good quarterback. So
hmm
he wants to make it ugly and keep it close and kind of wear down teams. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
As far as mine is, I got one. The freaking Cincinnati Bengals. What the fudge cake was that?
Uh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, okay. First of all, I lost money because you guys. All right, appreciate that. Good God Almighty. What's going on with the freaking Bengals? All this off-season hype, and you're playing against the lowly New England Patriots. Yes, they bring a really good defense, but the offense, even in this game, the offense was ass. They only scored 16 points, and that was like barely. And I think to myself, what are you doing? Like, this should be your perfect opportunity. You're at home against the Patriots of all things. You're at home. So you should be able to dominate this game. They did not at all. Kept the Patriots hanging in. Patriots, that defense was amazing. I get that, but still, I mean, we've seen the Patriots defense be amazing a lot, but their offense is just so ass that we knew that eventually the Bengals would go out there and get a few points more than 10, right?
hmm
So can you blame maybe Jamar Chase being out the entire offseason? Jamar Chase is like, I'm not gonna play until the first game of the year. Here I am, and if he wants that big contract like Justin Jefferson, well, damn it, you better do way better what you did in this first game. That's all I gotta say. I don't know.
It's
That was
it's
a head scratcher for me.
I get it. There's images of Joe Burrow like testing out his wrist. So apparently there might be an injury to his throwing
Oh
wrist, which
Lord,
is
better not be.
a bit
Jesus.
concerning because obviously we also you don't want to put someone that is injury prone, especially since his first year. He essentially stepped on a landmine and destroyed his knee. And obviously he had a great year, went to the Super Bowl. And then last year he obviously was injured for a lot of it. Even at training camp he was injured. And this year, if he's already injured, like that's concerning. It's very concerning.
Ben said Jamar Chase didn't look like a $140 million receiver. He did not. Not that game. Hopefully it gets better, man. But it won't get easier because they will take on the Kansas City Chiefs but we'll talk about that in just a
Oh,
moment. So those are what the fudge cake moments. I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati. That was a bad loss, man. Having to lose all kind of money. I was so mad. I was like, yeah, they'll come back and win this game, and I can win about $140 man. Nope.
140. They cost you
Well, no, no,
$140.
no. They cost me 100, but that 100 was
Okay.
gonna I was gonna win an extra 140. So yeah, they cost me $100. Yes.
If that team had lost me $100, that stadium's burnt down.
When you won as much as I won on FanDuel, these days, not to toot my own horn, but $100 ain't really. It's alright these days to lose 100. If I can make it up,
Okay.
I got a couple baseball games going on right now that I'm doing very well in. So
Well,
I'm
very well. Good luck. Good
yeah,
luck.
yeah. Good luck. Yeah, I don't want to jinx nothing. Where's some wood at? Knock on some imaginary wood. That's a saying in America. We knock on wood when we don't want to jinx ourselves.
We also say knock on wood, but we normally then tap the top of our heads because
Oh,
apparently everyone in Britain's got a wooden head.
I got you. All right, y'all. So now we will have our picks and predictions. We'll try and go through this as quickly as possible for you guys, man.
Oh,
This is our week 2 picks and predictions. And let's start off with our Thursday night football game. And guess what? Amazon Prime has a good one on paper. We know that. Hopefully,
no.
you're right. Hey, sometimes a dead clock has the right time twice a day. So so
I do have a quick question.
yeah.
I might have calculated our scores wrong, but did we both go 10-6
I was just
yesterday?
about to say that. Yep. So we both went 10-6. Thank God for the Jets losing. Otherwise, you'd have been beating me. So we did go 10-6. It's on the screen right now. I don't know if you see the screen or not, TJ, but I'm sorry.
No, I
All
don't know.
right, yeah. So we're both 10-6. PJ is 16. I know. She's undefeated, y'all. 16-0. Never lost. Right. I got you. Okay. Freaking.
Never lost.
Yeah. Never
Never,
lost.
never hands out good advice. Is that sabotage, PJ? That's the question. Is that sabotage? Every time I ask you for your advice,
She said, "Why would I show my secrets to anybody else? My powers." Yeah.
oh,
she wilded. So she's 16-0 apparently. I don't know where it came
yeah,
from. And we're both 10-6. So on to week 2 now. So Bills
yeah.
versus Dolphins, and don't get it twisted, y'all. We still will be giving away $200 to one lucky person pretty soon. So do not. We haven't forgot about that at all. Promise you guys that. We will go ahead and deliver it to somebody. Another cash prize giveaway coming up soon. All right.
Be nice. How'd you enter?
Yeah. What's up?
How'd you enter?
Oh, well, obviously your last name. If your last name is what it is again, is it
The top half. No, yeah, other one. So it's A through N, and then your
Yeah,
N through
through
Z.
Z. So if your
Yeah.
name was A through N, you are automatically in it. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick a winner. We're not gonna be live with the winner, or I already have the winner in mind already as it is. So, and we'll just announce the winner during one of our podcasts.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll do
That's
that,
nice.
man.
Nice.
All right, let's go. Bills versus Dolphins. Who's going first? Me or you?
You can go first. It's your channel. It's your show.
Yeah, I. Unfortunately, give me Miami to win this game. I'm
Oh,
going Miami, man.
you weren't a fan of Bills, didn't he? Getting beaten by Arizona.
No. I just think that it's early in the year. It's hot. The weather's nice.
Yeah,
Thursday night
yeah.
football. You know, Dolphins will put the pressure on the Bills to score points. Whatever. I don't know. Give me the Dolphins to win this game. I don't really have a great reason because the Dolphins didn't really show me anything against the Jaguars in the last game. Had to come back and win that game. But there were a few Jaguar just boneheaded dumb plays they did to keep the Dolphins in the game. So Dolphins won that one game winning field goal by Jay Sanders. Shout out to Sanders. He is my fantasy kicker, so he did me very well
Ooh, lovely.
with 11 points. So thank you for that, Jason Sanders.
It's it's crazy. Hopefully, you don't have the drama this year as what we did for Miami. This is than we did obviously last beginning of week 1. You know what I mean?
What drama?
Tyreek Hill
Oh
situation.
yeah. He went through his unfortunate arrest.
That's messed up.
That was just
That's
crazy how that
messed
went
up.
down. I still have not watched the full video yet. So I will look at it probably after this. But yeah, from what I'm hearing, it was just BS, man. Like Come on, man. It's not that serious.
Yeah,
So
no, it's messed up.
uh,
I agree. I think Miami is going to win this game. I think we both said Arizona is going to play Buffalo very
yes,
tough, and it did.
yes, and they did.
Um, but I think Miami obviously was a bit wobbly against Jacksonville, but they're going to get the job done. Obviously, it is warm, it is hot. I know the Dolphins do take advantage of that situation. Wasn't it real that they didn't put AC or coolants for the opposing team,
They
which is
say,
messed up?
hey, there's home field advantage, baby. Shoot.
Oh, advantage. But yes, I think Miami is going to beat Buffalo, but it is a division rival, and I think this is going to be a very fun game to watch.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Thursday night's got a good one on paper. Hopefully, it lives up to the hype. All right, this could have the potentials of maybe in the game of the week. I don't know. New Orleans Saints versus Dallas Cowboys. Saints offer that beat down against the Panthers, and the Cowboys beat down the Browns. Um, so I'll let you go first. Who you got in this one, TJ?
I've got Dallas. I'm sorry, Carlos. I hope you win. Like, in my heart, I hope New Orleans destroys Dallas. I really do. Because screw those Cowboys.
Right.
But if I look at a complete subjective point of view, I think Dallas is going to win. Their defense doesn't look like it's taken a major step back without losing Dan Quinn. It seems like the former Vikings head coach doing a very good job. I've completely forgotten his name.
Mike Zimmer.
And obviously Mike Zimmer, and obviously Dak's got his new contract. Everyone seems happy. I don't think your offense can deal with that defense, but we can all hope.
Oh, here we go. I agree with you. I have Dallas winning as well, but I think a very tight game. Mind you, when both teams are healthy, right, even without Drew Brees, the Saints do play the Cowboys very, very tough. But the last time the Cowboys have beat down the Saints were injured. I would know. I'm a diehard Saints fan. We've always been injured the last couple of times playing the Cowboys. Well, now this is two healthy teams, although both teams are good in week one. I got to go with the Cowboys at home. Dak Prescott is not Bryce Young. So, and early in the year, I think he's going to have a great game in this one. Well, not a great game. Let me not say that. I'm lying. I think the Saints make that Prescott's life miserable, but I think Cowboys defense, like you said, too much for Derek Carr. But then again, that brand new OC, and he's done. Kube has done just in that one game. I was very surprised of how good we looked. Mind you, watching the game live, the motion, the movement, it looked very well done. And we spread it, but if the running game was on point, Kamara had over 100 yards total. We hadn't seen that in a long time since that might have been his first time over 100 yards total since Drew Brees. So I'm just saying, like, it felt weird. Derek Carr had all day to throw the football, and that's a really good Panthers pass rush too. So really put me on edge in a good way. I was very happy to see that. But you never know, man. But yeah, I'm going with Dallas to win this game as well, but very, very close. I think it stays close.
No, that's good. And like I said, I can only hope you beat those boys because that would make my day.
Yeah. All right, we got the Buccaneers versus the Lions. 2-1-0 teams, just like the Cowboys in the. It's crazy. The first three games we had were all 1-0 teams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Tampa Bay and Detroit, 1-0, and it's in Detroit. This is one of the ones like, I'm gonna go with Detroit in a very close game. I think Detroit gets the W in this one. But I would not be surprised if Tampa Bay can sneak this one out. But I think the Lions just got a great formula going on with the running game. Jared Goff being more comfortable in another year in the system. And like I said, the running game is on point with Gibbs and with Montgomery and that O-line. One of the best O-lines in the game, man. Ben says, don't do it, Los. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm going to Cowboys, man, but I'm praying to God I'm wrong.
Fingers crossed. Really is. Keeping an eye on that game.
So yeah, give me the Lions and win this one.
I agree. I think the Lions are going to win it. I feel like Goff did throw a couple of bad picks, but that team is well put together. The run game is great. Obviously, Amon-Ra did very well. Although It was Jameson, not Jameson Williams. Yeah, James Williams, the wide
James
receiver.
Williams.
Jameson Williams, he did very well. I think this is
And
the
they
first
did
year.
that without Amon St. Brown as well. St. Brown didn't have
No, that's true.
nothing.
Yeah,
Know how I know?
nothing.
On my fantasy. He's my number one overall
Oh,
pick. Jesus, boy, what are you doing? Jesus, man.
it's
I got him fifth overall. I had the number 5 pick, and I picked him 5. And he ain't did crap, but
damn.
I won though. I won week 1, so I ain't tripping about it because I won. But if I
Nice.
didn't win, he would be one to blame though.
Did I win fantasy this year? I'm just going to quickly check. But no,
He said you were a damn
like,
traitor.
um,
I gotta turn the Saints brain off, man, and become an analyst, man.
uh, I think this is the first time he started the year. I think every year since he's been drafted, he's either been injured or suspended. So this is the the first time he's actually started a year for the Lions, Jameson Williams.
Yeah,
But he
yep,
looks,
that's true.
the teams looks really good. On the other hand, Buccaneers, fantastic. Oh, pardon me. Buccaneers look really good. They found their QB, Baker Mayfield. They all seem to be dealing well. But I think Detroit's just the better team, and I think they are better coached. So I'm going to go with Detroit. And home field advantage. It is hostile at the moment
Gotcha.
in Detroit.
All
I
right.
I won fantasy 333 points.
Come
What?
on, Jesus, man. What kind of scoring y'all got going over there? 333 points. Y'all must have major
What?
scoring going on.
Cleveland's defense gave me 174 points.
Man,
How? What?
what kind of scoring y'all got going on? Jesus, Lord, I thought our defense was kind of wild. Our
But
high score was like 40s and maybe a
that doesn't
50.
make
You
sense.
got to, I don't know, man.
I've got
Hey, go on, get the money and run. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
hold on. So I've got the Baltimore Ravens defense on my bench. They only scored 7 points against
Uh,
Kansas City,
you
but
got
Cleveland Browns, who did worse.
you got a typo. That's what it's called, a typo. If I'm your opponent, I'm suing. I'm suing. Something's going fishy around here. It's a little fishy over here.
Damn.
Hey, our next game to knock you out, the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. TJ, you can go first with this one, brother.
Oh, this is if this was Jordan Love, I think Green Bay wins this easily.
Mhm.
But Malik Willis, because hey, Indy did well against Houston. Indy did very well against Houston,
Yep.
and I'm going to go with Indy to win. I think I know I went with Indy last week and they let me down, but I think Green Bay without Love. I know they still technically have their line and their support on Weaver's
Mhm.
weapons, but I don't trust their backup QBs, and I don't think they do either. They cut every backup QB at the end of preseason and had to trade for Willis.
Yeah, no,
So,
you're right. You're right.
so I'm going to go with the Colts to win this.
Gotcha. My brother, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers.
Fair. I know
I
you're a
think
fan of them.
I think the Packers win this game, even with Malik Willis. I think the Packers at home put that pressure on Anthony Richardson, make him do a couple of bad plays that he don't want to do. I don't know. I just feel like, look, Willis is not going to be anyone's savior. Let's just keep that real. He's not going to come on here and just go for like 300 yards passing. That's not his MO. Not right now. We don't know, right? This might be his second career start, maybe, I believe. But as far
Yeah.
as what we've seen so far, but I like the Packers in this game. I think get back to the basics. I think Jacobs gonna have a crazy game against the Colts, and gotta do enough, man, to get past this. Gotta do enough, and we'll find out if they have done enough. We'll see. So yeah, give me the Packers, man. I'm not loving the pick, but give me the Packers to win this one at home, man. Do this for love, man. Put a little love in your heart. Do it for love.
Do it for love.
Do it for
Love
love, baby.
it.
Hey, Ben had a great thing about your fantasy with the 200 something points. He said the Browns got points every time they got scored on. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah, so
That's
instead of
probably
having
what
the best
happened. There's
defense,
a
did we have
typo
the
there
worst
somewhere.
defense?
Every time the Browns got scored on his extra points, man. That's a good one, Ben. All right,
Very good.
here we go. Another good one right here. Well, not a good one, but the New York Jets taking on the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. I'll go
Your
first.
turn.
Give me the
Yeah.
Jets. Give me the Jets. I feel like they have a bounce back game. Give me New York. Titans have a great defense or good defense. I wouldn't say great, but a good defense. But they don't have the scoring prowess like the 49ers. I think Jets get back to scoring, though, low scoring. But more importantly, I think the Jets defense comes back to life against a wounded Titans team that looked just flat out dumb against the Bears in that second half. I don't know what the hell they were doing. But give me the Jets, albeit on the road. I got the Jets win this game.
Sorry to interject. Ben, I looked up on obviously defenses that are still available because no one picked up the Panthers defense. See how many points they got? 231.
Who?
It honestly might be the Panthers.
Oh, what is that's a type? What is going on? It might just be that.
It generally might be the worst thing because then
Oh man, you got look at the
165, the Bears at 159, Cardinals.
Oh no, look at the settings, bro. The settings is all wrong. Somebody did something wrong with the settings, bro.
This is obviously free agent wise. The worst defense that I could have picked up was the Houston Texans with 4 points.
Man, hey, something wrong with that, boy. Hey, what is your app? What app is that? I don't want no parts of that.
This is just the NFL fantasy app.
Oh my, I don't want no parts of that app, boy. Jesus. I got the NFL fantasy app, but it must be some of your settings going on. So,
Must be. It must have messed it up somehow.
Good God
But yeah,
almighty.
Carolina Panthers, if I wanted to win exponentially, get the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, just get the Panthers, man. Just get the Panthers, bro. Just because they're going to get points all freaking day. Jesus, man. Yeah, so I'm going to the Jets to win this game. How about you, man?
I agree. The Jets are going well. I felt like Mayo Man threw the game-stealing interception. Like the fact that the Bears didn't need to win one ball without scoring an offensive touchdown is very concerning.
Yeah,
and you're going against hopefully a better defense. If you had Derrick Henry and you saw that run defense, yeah, I'd maybe swayed toward Titans, but you don't anymore. So the Jets should tear them apart. But yeah, so that's who I'm going with.
No. Yeah, I feel you on that. All right, next game on the docket now. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota.
It is.
So what you got with this one, TJ?
Oh, it's the Niners. They still look as dominant as ever, and I think their defense looked great. I know Ayuk had a couple drop passes and all that, but he's had another week of practice. Purdy looks phenomenal. He's going to be the most successful number one pick, last pick of the year. He's going to get $62 million a year when his contract's up.
God almighty.
Like, I know Minnesota had a very good game last week. Donald looked good. Obviously, he's got a lot of better sporting cards, but he was also against the Giants.
Yeah.
And Niners are going to squash them, I feel like. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Niners.
Yeah, I agree, man. Going to San Francisco, too. Look, this Niners team, I'm telling you, is on a mission this year. They're going to have a very dominant regular season, in my opinion. And I think games like this, they will not look over any team like the Minnesota Vikings. I do give credit where credit's due, those Vikings. I think we'll make it a challenging game in the first half, but in the second half, be all San Francisco.
No, I get you. They looked a lot better than what I thought. It must be very frustrating because clearly the team is ready to compete. Obviously, they don't have the QP to compete.
Yeah. All right, next game on the docket, man. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the New England Patriots. Rematch of a Super Bowl a long time ago.
Yes.
Is it me?
Yes.
I'm going. Where's Megan at? Make sure she's not in the chat. I'm going Patriots, man. I'm going to England to win this game.
Do you hear that knocking? She's already at your front door.
Oh, Lord. Wait. Yeah, I'm going Patriots. You got a problem? She said, "You dumb." I'm not dumb. I'm going. Hey, I like what I saw. Get the Bengals, man. I liked it. You know that defense and Jacoby Brissett playing quarterback. He's at least going to give you a chance because honestly, when you had Zappy and Mac Jones, they were turnover magnets, right?
Mhm.
Brissett's not that guy. He's a literal bridge quarterback, right? But he's literally like a game manager quarterback. He's not gonna put you in bad situations. He's gonna take what the defense gives him and roll with the punches. And that's how they beat the Bengals. That's how they're gonna beat the Seahawks, in my opinion. So give me New England.
No, that's fair. No, I agree. And you know what? I agree as well. Like New England's defense was a lot better than what I thought it would be. They managed, obviously, if Burrow's injured, cool, but they still managed to lock down Chase and all that. Um, Seattle, like it was an interesting game against Denver. It was like they were in the lead, but it's still you weren't 100% convinced.
Right, right, you're
Um,
right, you're right.
yeah, so I'm going to go with New England, and I never expected them to build this momentum. Well, I wouldn't expect them to win game one. Obviously, we looked at their schedule and felt sorry for them.
Yeah. All right, let's go with the Giants versus Commanders now. NFC East matchup. Let's
Time
rock
for
and roll.
that game's already. It's my turn, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go Washington. I'm sorry. I'm fully out on Giants. They looked horrible. They have no identity, like I said they wouldn't. The run game's atrocious. The wide receivers get out of here. Their QB, he needs to be packing in Target because that's his next job. And like Daniel Jones, sorry, not Daniel Jones, Jaden Daniels, like his legs are going to be an issue for for the Giants. And honestly, yeah, the Washington should win this pretty convincingly.
They had it on Facebook. It was a Bryce Young lookalike guy who was in a drive-through window of like McDonald's or something. And I was like, it's like they said Bryce Young in 2 years. I was like, damn.
Damn.
Yo, but I agree. I'm also going with the Commanders. I think Commanders will have a really good year. They'll be fighting for a playoff spot towards the end, I believe, in my opinion. But yeah, give me the Commanders to win this game. Look, if you look at that schedule for the Giants, I picked out the Vikings. I was like, that's got to be like one of their wins. It's got to be you're at home. Start of the year, you're fresh. The Vikings go through the same issues you're going through. You should win that game. No, they get blown out. I don't see it getting easier for the Giants now. Commanders at home, with Jaden Daniels, who looked okay against the Buccaneers, but now he'll have that home crowd with him, and his legs, like you said, be a problem for the Giants. The Giants and Daniel Jones, I can see Jones throwing a few more picks, man, and just, I don't know. See, I agree, man. We're going to Commanders as well.
No, yeah. It's just those Giants. I feel
Can,
just
can, can
screwed
we
up the
can
whole
we
thing.
kind of just skip this, man? Chargers versus Panthers. I lied. We're not gonna
Okay.
skip it. We're not gonna. We'll take it
No,
serious for
honestly.
now. I'm gonna go with the Chargers to win this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't say.
Don't say. You
Yeah.
don't say.
Give me the Chargers to win this one. Panthers. They look like a freaking joke right now. Either the Saints are going to the Super Bowl or the Panthers are a college team. I don't know. I don't know. Panthers got to be. They're a college team pretty much with NFL players, and they look bad. I watched that game, and it was a bathroom break. Somewhere in the third quarter, we're up by like freaking 30 something. We're all happy. I gotta take a piss, so I go to the bathroom break, and we're all like, "Yo, are we that good, or are the Panthers is that bad?" And I was like, and we all agreed it's a combination of both. We said, you know what? It's a combination of both. We have a new OC, and Kubek
Yeah.
had done so far so good, done a great job. But boy, looking at the Panthers, I was like, yo, they look like ass, man. They are horrible, bro. And I don't know if it's just a combination of both, man. We're just that good or that much better than last year, and they're just that much worse than last year. And put that together, and you get a 47-10 victory for the Saints. But yeah, give me the Chargers. Chargers run game. Uh, if you thought it was bad against the Saints, wait till you see the Chargers and the Jim Harbaugh run game with J.K. Dobbins. If he can stay healthy, I love Dobbins as a runner in this game against the Panthers. So yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I think you summed it up. I think it's also going to be the Chargers for me too. I knew you obviously at the game and you sent me a selfie. You looked so serious and concerned. That's why I
Oh,
went, you all right?
yeah.
Like, obviously, looking at the
I
score,
literally
you
just
should
said
be
that.
winning.
I'll just show you after the game. I was like, I'm at the game. But I guess because the game was so like, it was like, damn, it's over already. I never had that feeling. Like first quarter, it's 17-0. I'm like, but it felt like it was more. Usually
Yeah,
when you
I
score
know.
17 points, you're like, oh, did we score too quickly? Or do we have, did we get the momentum real quick? Like, can we sustain this for 3 more quarters? But this game, it felt like it was 30-0 at the end of the first quarter. I was like, damn. We were sitting back chilling the whole game. Just like I didn't have a
Fair.
single nerve. We were talking about, hey, where we gonna eat it after the game. We were laughing, high fiving people, man. It was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful.
No, I get it. And like I said, that's what I was expecting it to be. So when I had like a serious conversation, I was like, has he just fought someone? Like, what's going on?
Me and the Panthers fan, I cussed him out, man. I don't know, bro.
But no,
No, so I had to show you a picture of me smiling. I said, hold on, let me give
yeah,
a big smile.
yeah,
Next picture.
but no, Panthers. Let's just face it. If they get the number one overall pick this year, they're getting a QB.
They're going
right?
quarterback. They're going quarterback, and there's not even a
They're
doubt in
going
my mind.
quarterback.
There's not a doubt in my mind. They go number one overall pick. They're getting either the kid from Georgia or Shador Sanders.
It's going to be the guy from Georgia, I reckon.
Yeah. The guy from Georgia. Beck. I think his name's Carlson Beck or Carson Beck, something like that.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, they're going to suck, and they're going against their run defense sucks, and they're going against the team who. What my fudge cake moment was, who runs the ball, and they run the ball well. So Chargers should win this game, and Herbert might have an easy game. It might be hand the ball passes and hand the ball and hand the ball.
Yep.
Oh gosh,
Never know.
just
Never
sit
know.
there, bring up a deck chair, have a cocktail, and pass the ball off.
Next game on the docket, we got the Browns versus Jaguars. I'll let you go first, my guy.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. They held up against Miami pretty closely for a while. Trevor looks good. I don't have faith in Watson, and I was out of him last year, and everything I've seen of him has affirmed that. Their defense, yeah, okay, occasionally gave Dak a bit of problems, but not major. I just think Jaguars defense can keep Watson in check, and Trevor will be good enough to just deal with what Cleveland's defense put up with him. So I'm just going to go with Trevor Jacksonville for now.
I agree. I'm going Jacksonville as well. I kind of went back and forth with this, man, but at the end of the day, I think Jacksonville is just the better team right now. They're at home, their first home game of the year. Browns notoriously bad on the road last year.
Yeah.
And I think they look bad at home this year. So it was like maybe their forces change. But nah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars right now over the Browns. But I did go back and forth with this. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns do win this game and show up. On defense, forget all that Deshaun Watson stuff. How about the defense show up, man? That's your calling card. Just like the conversation we had about what's the other team? The freaking Jets.
Jets.
So I'm like, forget all the Aaron Rodgers and their offense. But no, how about you guys show up, set the tone, defense set the tone, and I don't think in this game it's going to happen. Hopefully it does for the Browns fans. But give me Jacksonville as well to win this game.
Yeah, no, I get you.
All right, we're going with the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens' first home game of the year. Give me Ravens. I think they will take out their frustrations against the Raiders in this game, and I'm looking forward to the Ravens probably scoring 40 points in this game. I'm gonna just keep it real. I think Ravens score 40 plus in this game. That's my bold take.
No, I agree. Vegas, they really shot themselves in the foot last game against Chargers. You can see their head coach getting very frustrated with what they were doing.
Yeah, yep.
And Baltimore's angry, but that toe cost them the game. And yeah, you're spot on. They're gonna beat up the smaller kids this week. And I feel sorry for Vegas, but yeah, Baltimore should win this game.
Yeah, Baltimore.
This next game though is gonna be very interesting. the LA Rams versus the Arizona Cardinals in
Yes.
Arizona. But Arizona is a hard, well-fought team. And obviously you got the Rams without Puka Pokemon. I'm going to go with Arizona.
Let's go, man. Ain't nothing wrong
I
with
think
that.
Arizona's, again, it's going to... The Rams are a bit beat up at the moment, and they're going to go against a very tough and gritty team, and I think Arizona's going to get the better of them. I reckon it's going to be a field goal within the score. It's going to be close. It's being played in the desert, but I think Arizona's going to get it.
And I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams to win this game. The Rams
We've
do
got to split
bounce
at
back.
some point.
Yeah, we got to split at some point. I think Rams do bounce back after that loss to the Lions. And you're right, though. This might have to be a very great game. I think Arizona's going to keep it close, and would not be surprised if the Cardinals do win this game, just because they play very well. They play tough, man, and they're at home. But give me Matthew Stafford. I think he'll have an unbelievable game this week, not only as my fantasy quarterback, but also just because I feel like in the dome once again against the Cardinals defense is not nearly as good as the Lions defense. I think they'll take over even without Puka Nacua. I feel like no, Cooper Kupp and him have that rapport as it is. What's that one corner that's really going to stop Cooper Kupp from getting open? I don't see anyone on that side from Arizona to
Fair.
stop them. So give me the Rams to win that one. But hey, like you said, we got to split at some point, and someone's got to win this crap, right?
Yeah, it's that and the Green Day game has been the only one we split out.
Oh, yep. All right. First of all, a team that I really want to apologize to,
Yeah.
the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to apologize to not only Dolph17. Dolph let me know. He was like, bro, do not sleep on Mike Tomlin. I don't care. That could be his inner Falcon hater coming out too. He's a diehard Saints fan like myself. But I really thought the Falcons would win this game. Not easily, but I mean, I figured they wouldn't struggle as bad as they did. Shout out to that Steelers defense and TJ Watt. He is just nasty.
There was a great play in the Atlanta game versus Pittsburgh where it was a bad snap, I think. But before it seemed like Kirk Cousins had even realized it was a bad
Watt was
snap.
on already.
What was on the ball?
Crazy how that went down, right?
Whoa.
Crazy. I tell you the freak athlete he is, man. Just Jesus, man. Give me Pittsburgh to win this game against Denver. I don't know how they're gonna do it. But just like I know how they're gonna beat the Steelers, the Falcons. Give me the Steelers to beat the Broncos in this game to go 2-0, man. I think Denver make it a challenging game, obviously. But rookie quarterback Bo Nix against a Mike Tomlin-led defense, yeah, give me the Steelers to really put it on Bo Nix in this game, man. He'll have us like welcome to the NFL rookie moment in this game.
Fair. And like you, I have to apologize to the Steelers. We really were pooping on them. Again, apparently Justin Fields is going to be the starter of this game. Not confirmed, but apparently so.
Yeah.
And I think you said we don't know how they're going to win. I think we know how Steelers are going to win against Denver. His name is TJ Watt.
Yeah.
I think he's going to cause
to the NFL,
so much
Bo Nix.
problems. Yeah, he's going to cause so much problems.
That dude is so good.
For Bo Nix and
so
wreak havoc in that
Watt
game.
is so damn good, man. He is just unbelievable.
Yeah, so
so
Pittsburgh win against Denver.
All right.
Ooh, this is an interesting. Next game, Cincinnati versus KC. This would be a fun game but Cincinnati doesn't look like themselves. What's he saying?
She said blowout. Chiefs
blowout.
Blowout.
Really?
I'll let you go first. Go ahead, TJ.
Well, I'm going to take. She's the master, undefeated. Here. Breaking news. Here. Yeah. The Chiefs will dominate Cincinnati. What is it? 1,000 yards from Patrick Mahomes.
Jesus.
Yeah, Chiefs win this game. I think that's pretty simple, especially the state that Cincinnati's in right
Yeah,
now.
I'm going with Kansas City as well, man. This and it's not because of Pat Mahomes, it's because of the defense, bro.
Yeah.
Like the defense has just, I mean, they are not giving up big plays. They played sound defense. Steve Spagnolia's defense has been amazing the last couple of years, and they're very underrated still. You know,
Has he
the
ever
best
been a head
defense,
coach?
yeah, he has, and that is the reason why he's very good at being a coordinator, not a head coach. He's one of those
Got
guys.
this.
It's just stay where you at with the defense, bro. You good. You know, I think he's the head coach for the Giants, I believe, a while ago, and
Oh, really? Well, same as their offensive
I
coordinator.
think
Their offensive coordinator is McNaghy.
I think the Rams as well. He was with the Rams too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm lying about that, but
I'm
still,
just curious.
yeah. But I'm with you. Give me Kansas City as well, man. I don't. Uh, Bengals got to figure something out. I mean, that loss against New England has me scratching my head a little bit. They looked out of sync. Maybe a full week of Jamar Chase being there now and he participates, they can get
Uh,
better, but not against this Kansas City Chiefs team who's on a mission. In my opinion, they are on a freaking mission for that
they're
three-peat.
what
And, and,
they're trying to do
and
what
like
the
the Patriots couldn't do.
Patriots never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's also maybe a mental hurdle the Chiefs would like to get over too, because that one team that may have the potential to beat them if they meet each other in that kind of scenario are the Bengals. So
Right.
maybe, hey,
Yeah.
beat them right now and have them 0-2 and have them scratching and clawing for a playoff spot right now. Just saying, it could come down to that. You know.
Hey, I agree. I had the Bengals winning it all, didn't I?
Yep.
And that doesn't feel very confident in that position
so,
right now.
so yeah, I mean, but we didn't have them losing to the Patriots either. Like, to no, come on, but it's not how
Yeah,
you
it's
start;
true.
it's how you finish. And as long as Joe Burrow is healthy for a whole entire year, the Bengals should be fine. But I think in this game against the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs have a mental hurdle. We want to beat down this team and let them know that regardless if we see you guys in the playoffs or not, be ready because we on that ass. You know, so that's just what it is. I feel like they want to send a message in this game. So they sent it to the Ravens. First of all, if the Chiefs win, they'll probably beat the best two teams that's competitive to them in the conference. The first two games of the year, Ravens and Bengals. Both those chumps in the AFC North is what the Chiefs are saying, right? So imagine that first two games of the year, Bengals and Ravens, and you beat them both. Yeah, that sends a major sign for
Yeah.
the rest of the year. So, you know, but
Oh,
also wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals do win this game, but they gotta come with it though.
yeah.
They gotta come
It's
with it.
yeah. At what point they're already getting haters, the Chiefs, for being successful. Like the NFL is going to turn hard. Well, the fans of the NFL are already going to turn hard. Like the NFL is going to constantly use them as a poster boy. But hey, it's going to be fun. But yeah, come on, Cincinnati, you can't start as bad as you did last year.
Ah, you can't, man. You can't. All right, let's go to Sunday night football, y'all. We've got Caleb Williams and Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans, and that team is this game's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see this game. CJ Stroud and company. They are getting their due diligence for having a great year last year, so they'll be on a lot of primetime games. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. Who do you think?
I'm going with the Bears. Give me
You
the
got the
upset.
Bears.
Give me the upset. I'm going with the Chicago Bears to win this game.
Wow.
I just got a feeling that the Bears are going to go ahead and sneak this win. Their defense is going to come up big. I'm not saying too much pressure is on Houston to win this game, but there is pressure to win this game. It's almost like, all right, we have our primetime game now because we earned it from the year before. We're also facing Caleb Williams, the overall pick. Bears
Mm-hmm.
defense seems legit. I think Bears come with the upset. I think it'll be a grinded out game. Um, I could be completely wrong about this. It might just be wrong about this, but it's one of these gut feelings, right? I worked out today for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Felt pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, felt pretty damn
Nice.
good. So
What
when
you do?
I ran and walked 4 miles. I ran about 3 miles. I walked a mile.
Damn.
So I actually sucked my stomach in. It looked like a good stomach. I was like, yeah, all right.
Damn. 4 miles.
so
Nice.
so I felt good, man. So um But nonetheless, though, I got my gut feeling is telling me the Bears going to win this game, and it's going to be pretty close. So give me Chicago to win this game. How about you?
Nice, nice, nice. Hey, kudos to you winning, running 4 miles. Impressive. If
Oh
I
yeah,
ran 4 miles, it'd be to the nearest McDonald's. Um,
I got you.
I'm going to go with Houston. I felt like I disrespected them last week against Indy and CJ Stroud. He hasn't lost a step. I thought there might be a little bit of a like sophomore slump. I know it's only one game, but he looks sharp as anything. And the Bears defense won them the game last year, and it went against Mayo Man. CJ Stroud ain't Mayo Man. So
Yeah, Houston might win this game for sure. But I'm going. My gut is saying go with the Bears right now, Lowe's. Go with the Bears. I just want to be a little. I want to be a little tricky. That's all. A little tricky. All
fair
right,
enough. So
and let's go with our Monday night football game to wrap up week
woohoo.
two. I guess we'll save the best for last for TJ. We
Indeed,
have
indeed, indeed.
the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles from Philadelphia. Monday night football in full effect. The Falcons off of that L they took against the Steelers, and the Eagles
Steelers.
great win against the Packers. How do you feel this game going down, man?
Well, as being a Tennessee Titans fan, I'm going to go with Atlanta. No, of course, I'm going to go with Philly. I don't think I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
come on. Um, it, was it? I don't know if it's just me. Kirk Cousins didn't look good. He didn't look like he was healthy.
They went out there and said he didn't struggle because of the torn Achilles. No, they said so they went out there and quickly said, "Oh, it's not because of the Achilles. It wasn't, that's not why he struggled." So it could be
It
rust.
really did.
He's already a non-nimble quarterback. He looked
True.
like he was really non-nimble.
It generally looked like his feet had morphed into the field.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
like a sinking. After watching the highlights, I'm like, damn, his lateral movement does not look good. You know,
no.
he's like
Um,
a walking target for the Steelers.
Yeah, obviously Philadelphia. It's at home. It's technically even. It's not their first home game, but it is
Right,
their first home game. It's Nick Foles' retirement game. It's Kirk Cousins in prime time,
yeah,
and I don't know how this has happened, but the last 3 years it's been Kirk Cousins in week two, and Darius Slay has haunted that man's dreams every year.
oh, you
And
are right, bro. You are so right. I ain't think
yeah,
about that. Yeah,
don't know how.
you
I
are
don't
so
know what kind of blackmail the NFL putting out
right.
over the NFL.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to go in and crush them. I honestly do.
Yeah, I got Philadelphia to win this game as well.
Yeah,
Philadelphia, yeah, I got them to win this game, and just the Falcons. I mean, you pay that man $180 million. He better come with it. He better come with it. I don't see
ooh,
him coming with it right now. I think the Eagles, after that game against the Packers, they should feel really good about themselves. The Packers are a really dangerous team, in my opinion. And the
yeah,
Eagles went out there and looked good on offense. We haven't seen that kind of offense since the previous year. Because
yeah.
they didn't display it all last year. I mean, it looked like it was a damn good game. I was very happy for the Eagles. Uh,
We made mistakes, but we scored 31 points and managed to come back from it. We don't do that last year.
yeah,
Like we come back, we lose. Last year we trail going into the second half, and we only scored 20 points, if that. Um,
pretty much. So to score
but
34 points it was awesome to see.
yeah, really good. Obviously, Saquon. I really want Saquon to go against the Giants very quickly.
All right, man. Hey, hold on. Who was your lock for week one?
Who don't know who my lock for week one is?
Who was it?
Mine was Tampa Bay.
Oh, and you were right about that. And mine was the Saints. Who that nation?
Nicely done.
Yeah. So yeah, we both
So,
1-0 for our locks. You're right about that. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take this off. Oh my, I got this off. Okay, boom. All right,
oh
yeah.
no.
So my lock for week two, I'm gonna stick with the theme with the Panthers, man. Give me the Chargers.
I thought you were going to go with the Panthers there.
No. The team's against the Panthers. Let me
Yeah,
go
follow
with
the
the
Panthers.
Chargers to lock it up, clink, clink, against the Panthers to win this game. I think it won't be as easy as New Orleans did it, but I think at the end of the day, the Chargers with that mentality that Jim Harbaugh is bringing, we want to run defense, which puts kind of onus the on their defense to be better, right? Because on paper, Chargers have a magnificent defense. It just never showed the last couple of years with Staley, who's supposed to be a defensive guru. I'm like, what the hell, really, dude? He was just ass, man. I'm glad he's gone. He was just ass. Lord Jesus, how you a defensive guru? Your defense sucks, and you also make boneheaded decisions for your offense. Come on, man.
Hey, remember when they used to call Adam Gates an offensive genius?
Oh yeah.
And he got fired and he got an offensive coordinator position for our high school. He went from an NFL head coach to an OC of a high school.
Maybe he can smoke whatever he want to smoke or pop whatever he want to pop without no one saying anything. Probably popping pills to the high school kids.
Indeed. My locks this week is going to be the New York Jets. I feel like they're going to. I think they're going to smoke the Titans.
I like that. So yeah, you go. All right, you're going Jets. I'm going Chargers. Go Chargers. Go
Nice.
Jets. Jets. All right, y'all. This is your chance now. Closing messages, man. So time to wrap it up, you guys. Any questions you guys have going on? Any thoughts? Let us know in the chat. We will answer anyone's question right now. If not, forever hold your peace till next week.
I've got a question for you.
What's up, brother? I'm all ears, man.
Do you think they're going to expand the amount of games they're played next year? Because I've got a problem. I obviously want to come see you in 2026, but if they expand the games next year, I can't book it because it might get delayed. Because they want the Super Bowl to be played at. Is it Liberty Weekend you have in February? You have like a bank holiday weekend in February.
A bank holiday weekend?
Like, there's a specific weekend you celebrate in February. It takes place after the Super Bowl. Am I just tripping?
I mean, Valentine's Day is the 14th.
Yeah. He said
Valentine's Day
is
the second week of the season. I mean, second week of February is Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on. There's something that is it President's Day? Something like that.
Oh,
He wants the
President's Day, yeah.
But he wants the Super Bowl to come in. He wants the Super Bowl and President's Day to collide to make it like a whole celebration.
Because he wants to make it a holiday. That's
it.
That's it. They want it to be a holiday so that we can actually be off the day after the Super Bowl, which I'm all down for that. Hell yeah, because I've been pleading for that forever. Which is why I don't think it involves an extra game though. I don't think that's the part. I think they really just want to, do right by the fans because we've been crying for the Super Bowl to be a holiday in some kind of way. Like we should be off on Monday after the Super Bowl because it's the greatest North American sport, right? The championship is like the biggest one. So yeah, obviously we as Americans are already spoiled and we want one more day off, to enjoy our drunk festivities. So, but I don't think it involves an extra game, though. I don't think it involves that at all.
So, yeah, it currently Super Bowl 60. 60?
60 is next year.
60, yeah, because obviously I want to come see you in 2026. So it'll be Super Bowl 60. That's been scheduled to play on the 8th. And obviously President's Day, it would be,
that'd be awesome, man. Come whenever you want to, brother. Whenever you want to roll through, I'm all for it, man. Yeah.
The President's Day in 2026 would be the 16th. So literally, they push it back a week. It collides. So it's the situations like, I want a book to come see it, but like, how long can I keep pushing it? Because obviously the longer I leave it, the more money it costs.
It's all good. You're welcome anytime, man. Anytime.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
It's being played at Levi. Okay.
Yeah, so next year is in Levi Stadium, and the year after that is back in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
So it's back-to-back Cali trips.
But you don't think it's going to be pushed back in 2026.
No, I don't like as far as like an extra game. I don't see an extra.
Hmm.
I don't see an extra game being played. I do see it being pushed back though. Uh,
Oh, really?
yeah, I do see it being pushed back because they're. We've been hollering that for years. We want to be part of that so we can have a holiday off. You know, so they said, well, let's go ahead and make it towards President Day where it's actual holiday. So yeah. No one really celebrates President Day anyway. It's just a day off. We're just happy to have a day
What
off
is that? Like, what is President's Day?
because no one cares about the president. You know, no one cares. They all care about um the government. They all care about Congress and all that rules. But the actual president, no one cares about the president. And the president is just a face
Yeah.
for for the Congress. Congress runs everything. You know, the president is the face. I mean, the president has a lot of stipulations he or she has to go through in order to get a bill done, and it's almost like Congress can shut anything the president says. Anyways, I don't know why. I don't even know if President Day means a president. Honestly, I have no
It's
idea.
just very weird.
But
It's
I
like,
imagine it's for our president. I mean, he or she will be inaugurated around that time. Not inaugurated. Yeah,
oh,
so that
is it
yeah,
that day?
yeah, it's probably that. I don't know, man.
No.
It's I don't. I could care less about that. Just give my day off, man, with pay.
God, yeah. So
That's all I want.
I'm
Give my
trying to
day off.
like put it because obviously we over here we don't have a prime minister today. No one gives a fuck about prime minister.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
surprised the prime minister's opened the door to a bag full of poo on fire every day. Um, I imagine it's close to, pardon me, like the king's coronation. But even then, we don't normally care unless it's like a big one,
Yeah, yeah.
like the Queen's 70th Jubilee. God rest her soul. And obviously, it'll be his second year as king at the moment.
Yeah,
But
Ben,
yeah,
they are trying to do an extra game. They are trying to do an extra game. I don't know if anytime soon though, because that's gotta be a players bargaining agreement. That's gotta be like,
CBA.
yeah, it's the new CBA's gotta have that intact. So we'll see. Whenever that new CBA is, then
Oh,
they can talk. So it might be in
you're
that
right.
time.
It will be when the CBA is renewed. They can't just randomly edit. It
Yeah,
has to be with the CBA.
yeah. The new CBA. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like it's coming anytime soon. It's gotta still
Oh, yeah.
be talked about, and players have got to agree with it. And players like, look, we just want extra freaking money. You
Yeah,
know,
the NFL's coming into. I think didn't you say like the NBA? It's run by the players. There's no laws
pretty
and teams.
pretty
The players
pretty
get the
much
money.
pretty much
Is
run
the
by
NFL
players.
going in that way?
NFL, yeah, they're slowly going that way. Yeah, they are slow because no players are learning. I'm gonna take my stance. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing so many holdouts and guys are sticking to it now.
Okay.
And honestly, it's monkey see, monkey do. Oh, he got how much? I want what he got, or a penny more. And
Yeah,
I'm standing on business, and I'm not gonna play.
that's fair. That's fair indeed.
So yeah, they're
Uh,
standing on business, man. And I mean, me, I'm all for players getting their money. Get your money, bro, because ownership can get rid of you anytime they want to. GMs can do that, man, whatever. So I don't care what a player does, how ugly it is. Like Deshaun Watson, he might be ass right now and might be ass for the rest of his career, but he got his money, and I'm all
there you
for it.
go.
Get your money, dog.
250, I think.
Yeah, get your money. So I'm not, shout out to anyone getting their money, man. So yeah. All right, man. Well, hopefully we can get down for another week next week for episode 45. That sounds cool to say. Episode 45 of
Indeed.
Tuesday with TJ, man. So check me out tomorrow if all goes well. If the hurricane doesn't do any damage to my home, or not home, but
You've got Hurricane.
yeah, we got a hurricane, but it's like a hurricane one. It's a small hurricane, tropical storm, hurricane one, hurricane two, but it just moved away from my area. It's going to more east now, so I'm not worried about it. But our lights could still go out, maybe. It
Yeah.
depends on the amount of rain, but I don't think. I mean, the amount of wind, but I don't think it'll be too windy. I think it'll be just a bunch of rain.
Okay, well, look
So
after yourself, man.
yeah, I
I
appreciate it,
just don't
man.
know how bad they
But
are.
if that all goes well, I will be live for baseball action. Kansas City Royals taking on the New York Yankees. We'll call that game tomorrow. And then Thursday, of course, we have Thursday Night Football between the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, man. So cool to see all that go down. So yeah, y'all have a blessed night, man. For the homegirl PJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. This is my big homie TJ Tracy. And God bless you all, man. This is another episode of Tuesdays with TJ, episode 44. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are brand new to the channel. Stay smart. Stay educated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love you guys as well. TJ, have a blessed night, man. I'll catch you later, bro.
Have a good one. Stay
Yes,
safe,
sir.
everyone. And I'll see you next week.
That's right. We're out of here, y'all. Peace.
Bye. Bye.